In taking up the agenda to public comment, the board encourages and welcomes comments and input from our community, but we cannot respond or deliberate on any subject that is not included on the posted agenda. Please limit your comments to 5 minutes, and please refrain from mentioning an employee's name or student name when voicing a concern or complaint, as board policy provides alternate procedures to the grievance process, GF local or DGBA local, to seek resolution to complaints. The Superintendent's Office or Human Resources and Administration in general can assist you in finding those procedures, which are available online. The first person signed up is Mr. Damon Barone for item number 5, item number 6, and item number 7.
Greetings, Damon Barone, Daily Fires, the parent taxpayer and alumnus. The definition of equity states it is the quality of being fair and impartial, specifically to be equitable in treatment. Nowhere in the definition does it describe race, color, or creed. Yet, since the November 15, 2021 swearing in of the current school board, you all have spent more time publicly talking about procurement, specifically your definition of equity in the district's procurement process, which has been subjugated to mean black versus white vendors, black female vendors versus white male vendors, with a hint of Hispanic and Asian vendors sprinkled within. The board's political grandstanding has encouraged and supported other elected officials to come to our district and hijack our school board meetings in an effort to push quid pro quo business agendas of procurement that resemble affirmative action or reverse discriminatory practices. In the past 4 months, this board has talked more about the district's so-called inequitable procurement processes than the board's required House Bill 3 student outcome goals for 3rd grade reading or college career military readiness. You all routinely gloat that you do not have any questions on school board meetings because the board emails us questions in advance to the district. But how can this be possible when you all get the board books on Thursday before the Tuesday school board meeting, when the agendas are publicly posted and the total number of pages are no less than 300 pages? Then the school board says that the district is in constant communication back and forth with the board, thus little to no dialogue is needed during school board meetings. These are so-called meetings of the board, but the public does not get to see those email communications because you all protect them with alleged attorney-client privileges. Not only is this absurd practice of conducting board business in secrecy a violation of the Open Meetings Act, but it is also a smack in the face to us parents and district employees affected by the decisions of the board, local politicians, and the aspiring politicians who sit on this school board, whom care more about quid pro quo business practices than the duty of educating our kids and supporting our teachers, whom are quite frankly are tired of the piss poor leadership but are too afraid of retaliation to speak up. You all's equity procurement conversations have been all about political grandstanding that evolved into a battle cry for black-owned businesses versus white-owned businesses, or black female businesses versus everyone else, when the word equity really means equal opportunities. An equitable procurement process would resemble the district publicly posting all of its requirements for each project, publicly showing its metrics on the front end, and the application process being fair and impartial. Although ALEFI's current procurement process absolutely is not the best, reverse discrimination does not make this process fair, nor does it redefine the definition of equity. Several times over the last 2 years, Charles Woods and Coach H.C. Chambers has told this board,
Mr. Barone, excuse me, you were asked not to mention employee names.
Can you stop my time? 2 years, Charles Woods and Coach H.C. Chambers has told
Mr. Barone.
Point of order.
All do not.
Point of order.
Mr. Barone, you were asked.
He is not able to call names nor call people outside of his name.
There is no
I ask
policy.
Mr. President that if he continues to do so, that he will be taken.
There is no policy stating that I cannot say names. That is a preference by the board.
Trustee Patrick, one moment, please. As board president, I'm asking you, Mr. Barone.
You can ask
I'm asked, and I made a request, and your time will be up.
It's not a board policy.
Your time will be
I will
up,
continue, thank you. Have told the board, if you all do not like the equity policy, then you all should rewrite the policy instead of the board's policy committee. Instead, the board's policy committee focused on writing a policy to terminate teachers 10 days before the end of the school year. How is the school board complaining about the procurement process when you all are the ones approving every district contract? Maybe you all should stop voting yes or stop abstaining from voting or vote no to approving items that you all clearly do not agree with. Over the last 4 years, Ailey ISD board trustees have run for other offices while sitting on the school board while sworn under oath to be focused on student outcomes first. School board trustee Annie Joseph Williams is currently running for the Harris County Precinct 4 Commissioner seat while remaining as the school board president and still having 2 years remaining on her current 4-year term. She also previously ran for the Houston Community College School Board seat in 2013 while sitting on this board. School board trustee the school board secretary Dr. Lily Trum is currently running for the state rep seat for District 149 for a second time while sitting on this school board. She also previously ran for the 2020 seat while serving on this board. Former school board trustee John Nguyen ran for the Houston City Council District F seat in 2019 while sitting on this board. Trustee Harvey Trom was sworn into office on November 15, 2021 and resigned from office and turned in his resignation on January 11, 2022. He had only served 57 days in office and 33 of those days were district holidays and weekends. Coach H.C. Chambers has recently applied for every
Mr. Barone, your time is up.
In the state of Texas and currently as the last Houston Independent School District.
Mr. Barone, your time is up.
Not to mention
Thank
applied for the Texas Education Agency's commissioner's position, all during his 11-year tenure here in Ailey. The board, including H.C. Chambers,
let the record show that Mr. Barone insists on continuing while the time is up on the clock.
One foot in the district and the rest of their hearts and minds focus on their next political moves outside of their district duties and sworn responsibilities.
I'm going to ask that the mic be muted at this point. I'm requesting that Mr. Barone's mic be muted at this point.
There is no policy stating
I am requesting, as the board president of this room, that the microphone be muted. Thank you.
Then you all won't listen to the grievance anyway, so the grievance
We have
process is
security
flawed
in
as
this
well.
place, please.
Thank you.
Remove this man from the podium.
My apologies, board and guests in the room. I'm sorry, when we begin making the meeting, we do make it very, very clear of the expectations. If we expect our students to follow through, we expect to be the example. So with that.
Had you won, you wouldn't even be here.
You're item number 2, Mr. Cox, are you ready? Thank you. We now have Mr. Ronald Franklin. And your topic is general student athletes.
Good evening, board, Mr. Chambers. First of all, I'm here as a parent. Not only as a parent, as a community member. Also a coach, an ex-coach. I've been around student athletes for a long time. And I've had conversations with Mr. Chambers recently about starting up a all-sports booster club at Taylor.